Welcome to the David Bradley Show
Boom.
with your host, David Bradley.
There it is. All right. Now, here is the second show of the day. We're on the last day of all this live streaming, so this is going to be fun.
Cool.
I can't wait to get out of here and go get in a pool or something. I mean, I need a margarita or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want everybody to say hi to Billy Smart. How's it going, dude?
Doing good. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm tired. I am wore out, man.
Yeah, I know how it is.
CMA Fest is kicking my butt.
Oh, yeah. It's a busy week. Definitely.
So, me and you've been talking around the studio and everything, and we're actually here. I've been streaming live all these 3 days from Nash Fox Studios off 4th Avenue. Great little place where you can come and do your songs. Songwriters can come in. They can write songs. They can do anything you want to do. If a husband wants to make a song to his wife, or a wife wants to make a song to her husband, man, y'all do it all down here.
Oh, yeah.
And you're one of the key guys downstairs, dude.
Oh, appreciate that. I guess that's what they say. But yeah, it is a studio for everybody. We record all sorts, serious musicians, tourists, hobby musicians, families. We host parties. But yeah, that's Nash Fox. It's a studio for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's a studio literally for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So some of them studios, you got to be somebody before you walk in the door.
Fair. Yeah.
And I don't like that. I mean, I think it ought to be open for everybody.
I agree.
You know, if you got the time and the money, just come on in.
Oh,
Hang
yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's what I like about here. It don't cost you a freaking arm and a leg. You ain't got to mortgage your house. You know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You just come in and set up some time, and there you go.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
So what all do you do, man? I mean,
I'm a musician, I'm a composer, I'm a producer, and I'm a songwriter, and I'm an audio engineer. So I'm an all-around music maker. Lately, I've been doing a lot of composition work with working on composing music to lyrics that have already been written.
Right.
That's a big project that I'm gonna have coming out. Staggered releases of singles over the next several months. The first one's actually coming out 2 weeks from yesterday, June 23rd. The first song of the bunch. And these songs, they were actually written, the music was written by me to poems. The lyrics are poems by Bernie Taupin. For anyone who's unfamiliar out there, Bernie Taupin was the lyric writer for Elton John.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, every Elton John song started with a Bernie Taupin poem, and he would write music to his poems, and that's where Elton John songs came from.
Didn't Elton actually do the arrangement, the musical arrangement and everything?
Oh yeah, all the music he made, the piano parts, the vocal melodies, the arrangement. He was the genius behind that. And yeah, like I said, it all started with these poems. So a little story behind this project that I've been working on is back over last Christmas time, I was out shopping with my family, and I found a book of all of Bernie Taupin's lyrics.
Awesome.
So it's going to be all the Elton John lyrics, as well as I would say about 24 poems that have never been set to music.
Yeah.
Unheard Bernie Taupin lyrics. So the project that I've taken on is composing my own music for these poems that are by Bernie Taupin that have never been heard before.
So are you like adding a spin to Elton, or are you just like actually originally just altogether different music?
It's original. You know, it's totally original.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, there's gonna be some influence of Elton, just because I mean he's one of my favorite.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's one of my biggest influences altogether. But these compositions are totally original by me, and some of them actually you can find Elton's demos of out there, and mine are very different. I wrote them without listening to them first, but
cool.
I did go back and listen to a couple of Elton's unreleased demos of these. And it's interesting to hear the differences, especially in that I felt like my compositions really held their own in comparison against his, which was pretty cool. But yeah, definitely all original music-wise. Yep.
So you got one you gonna play?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I want to hear, man.
All right. So I'll start with this one. This song's actually, like I said, coming out 2 weeks from yesterday, June 23rd. I'll start with that one here. It's called When the First Tear Shows.
Sweet.
Mind if I take the headphones off, actually?
Actually, you take the headphones off and strum the guitar one more time because I don't think I have a good audio level on that. Yeah, I'm going to add a microphone to that.
Sure.
See, this is the stuff you get to see when you're live. You get to see all the little changes we get to make and all the fun stuff. And it gets real interesting. So bear with us for just a second.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes, man. You know how to do it.
Sure.
How many is laughing right now? Who do you think? Who do you think's laughing at us?
Cool.
Give me some level on that guitar, man. All right. You good. Rock and roll it, brother.
All right, here we go. Hold my hand, girl, tighter, much tighter, 'cause what I've got to say, I only hope and pray comes out as well as I rehearsed it yesterday. And baby, when the first tear shows, it's a sign for you to go. And baby, when the first tear shows, it's a sign for you to go and leave her alone with the broken dreams that she owns. Well, it's a crime for me to tell you, but it's a sin for me to stay. And I'll never look behind me as I start to walk away. Girl, I'm sorry, but it's all I can say. And baby, when the first tear shows, it's a sign for you to go. And baby, when the first tear shows, it's a sign for you to go and leave her alone with the broken dreams that she owns. You know I used to love you. We lived every minute together. You know I'm not that kind of man for to ever hold your hand. I've said as much as I can say. Hey. Baby, when the first tear shows, it's a sign for you to go. And baby, when the first tear shows, it's a sign for you to go and leave her alone. And baby, when the first tear shows, ooh baby, when the first tear shows, it's a sign for you to go and leave her alone with the broken dreams that she owns.
All right. Dude, I like that, man.
Thank you.
That is awesome.
Thank you, sir.
You want to hear the playback now? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, that puts a whole new twist on that whole song.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, it just, dude, it worked great.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I wonder if, when you get all this done, are you going to send it to Elton?
Oh, he'll hear it eventually, I'm sure.
You think?
He'll hear it. Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Especially if you get like a thumbs up or something from him.
Oh
you know?
yeah. Oh, I'm confident he'll like it. Yeah, like I said, I've written about 6 of them so far, and I'm gonna release them staggered. So the first one's coming out, like I said, this month. Probably it'll be sort of like a monthly release. I've written 6 of them so far, but there are more sets of lyrics that I've yet to compose music for. So the project is definitely not finished. It could really go as long as I have Bernie's lyrics to work from.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it so far.
What's your process on it?
Oh, that's a great question. So, I'll elaborate. I have a good answer for that.
Have you practiced this answer? Have you practiced this?
I actually have.
Okay.
I've answered this question several times before. So, the way I'm not really a songwriter. Well, I am a songwriter, but I'm not a lyric writer. So most of the time in the past, when I've approached songwriting, it's come from a musical standpoint. Where in the past, before this project, most songs that I've written started with like a guitar riff or a production element or a drum beat, and the melody and the lyrics would kind of be a little bit of an afterthought because my brain just doesn't work that way. So this was the first time that I've actually started composing a song with the lyrics, which really opened me up to a new way of songwriting that I think helped me write better material. So basically the way I wrote these is I would just hold up the book and read the lyrics out loud and sing them to myself, just pacing around the room, singing the lyrics over and over again, no accompaniment, just a cappella, until I figured out a hook. Once I started getting the melody in my head, I would keep singing through it until I really solidified what part is going to be the hook.
Right.
And then I would go through that some more and really fine tune it. And not until that point, then I would pick up the guitar. At that point, I would record myself singing it all the way through. So I have an audio recording of my voice singing it, and then I would figure out the guitar part by playing guitar along to the recording that I made of my voice.
Right.
So all of these started melody first, and then I came up with the guitar part to support that. And it was really effective, I think, because the vocals, especially with this type of music, the vocals and really the lyrics are the meat of the material. That's the part that the audience is going to connect with the most.
Oh, yeah.
So I really wanted to frame these songs in a way that there was no extra instrumental riffing to distract from the lyrics and the meaning of the song.
Right.
So that's kind of why I approached it that way, and it's worked great, I think.
Well, see, a lot of people, when they do a song, they'll actually, I can't remember the word, accentuate a different track in when they're recording.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get, it's what I call the Hollywood feel music. And they'll kind of do like a feel.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's a lot of times I love just a straight band, or I'll just love just a straight acoustic set. You know, because that's raw to me, and the more raw the music, the more it feels with me.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, that was the idea behind this. I wanted to keep it stripped back, let the vocals shine through, because really, I mean, Bernie's lyrics, you can't go wrong. I mean, you'd have to really try to screw it up. I mean, he's giving you something brilliant to work with. Might as well just try to put it in the best light possible, and go from there. So that's what I did, and it's working so far.
That's awesome. I love it, dude.
Thank you.
And then you've got your own studio too, and engineer work.
Oh, yeah. All of it's self-produced, by the way. The song that's coming out, if anyone likes how the production sounds, hit me up. I'm also a producer, audio engineer. I love helping musicians. So once you hear this song, if anyone's interested in working with me, I'm always looking for collaborators.
Cool. So, yeah, like I'm just like, yeah, with all I do and a day job, I don't get much sleep. I'm sitting here wondering how much sleep you getting, because you're fidgeting over there right now. I mean, I'm like, dude, that leg's going 100 mile an hour.
I'm an energetic guy.
You are. I'm sitting here wondering, this dude's sleeping 3-4 hours a night. That's about it. Sometimes it's hard to turn your brain off.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you ever wake up in the middle of the night?
100%. Actually, 2 nights ago when I finished the production on this song, it was because I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I was just so inspired to finish it that I couldn't go back to sleep. I picked up my guitar. The last thing I had to record was a little guitar solo. So I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, recorded the solo, and then sent it off to distribution to release it.
Say I'll take and I'll have I'll go to sleep or something, and then I'll wake up in the middle of the night. and I've got a piece of paper and a pen right there.
Yep.
Because I don't write songs or anything. I'm not that talented.
Right.
But I'll have an idea about something or something to do with the show or how I want to do something else. And it's just, if I don't write it down, I'll forget it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it just gets crazy.
Yep.
But that's what I was curious about, because a lot of people, especially songwriters, I've heard that they go through bouts of where they just don't hardly sleep at all.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yes.
everything just keeps going and going and going.
It comes in bursts. That's, I think, true for a lot of musicians and really artists in general. Is the productivity comes in these crazy bursts of inspiration where you might be working tirelessly days on end because you're feeling so inspired. But then there might be other times where you're just completely uninspired and you just feel dead creatively. You might not get nothing done at all. But then it all goes in cycles. You'll always come back to the part of the cycle where you're productive again, and that's what I found. It all comes in bursts.
So what actually inspired you the most, besides his lyrics, to do this?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I've never really produced, recorded, and released my own personal music before.
Right.
I've been in bands that we've released our music, and I've helped other artists put their music out there, but I've never put myself in the spotlight in that way. And it's
Right.
something that I wanted to do. I've always been interested in doing that. It was just never the right opportunity. Partially because I'm not a lyric writer. It doesn't come easy for me songwriting in
Right.
that way. So when I was presented with this opportunity of this gold mine of expertly crafted lyrics, I was like, this is it. This is my opportunity to get my music out there and get my voice heard.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
So how many more are you going to play?
Can I play one more for you?
Yeah, you can play one more.
Cool. All right.
I'd love to hear it anyway,
Oh yeah. Thank you.
because like I'm gonna be trying to get when you drop it, I'm gonna
Yep.
try and snag it, because I find it really cool, the whole
yeah.
different avenue way with those lyrics.
Yes.
I mean, it's awesome.
Thank you. Okay, so this one's called Sales. I viewed in my presence, my hand on my forehead, and sight in the liners of mad merchant seamen, in search of the living or the spices of China. Lucy walked gently between the damp barrels and shut out my eyes with the width of her fingers. Said she's guessed the number of bells in the back room. While the seagulls were screaming, Lucy was eating. Then we all up our colors the way Mother told us, and together we just watched the sails. Lucy walked gently between the damp barrels and shut out my eyes with the width of her fingers. Said she's guessed the number of bells in the back room. Lucy, I said, in a passage of cotton cakes, can we hold hands? I'm sure that it's warmer. But then the girls ate the crumbs of Lucy's sandwich. Lucy walked gently between the damp barrels and shut out my eyes with the width of her fingers. Said she's guessed the number of bells in the back room.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you, sir.
That's yeah, I got to get that. when you come out with it, when you release it, I want it.
Sure thing, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, that's good stuff, dude.
Oh, thank you.
I can't believe it. That inspired you to do all that. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Thank you. Means a lot. It's been a very inspiring process. That's definitely the right word for it.
Well, I mean, it's, honestly, it's an avenue that I don't think a lot of people have thought about doing.
Yeah. It's unique, I
Maybe
think.
we shouldn't be telling everybody this.
Well, I think people want to hear it. That's one of the big reasons why I jumped to do this podcast, because I think people would be interested in hearing these songs. It's unheard, unreleased Bernie Taupin lyrics.
Yeah.
I think people would be very interested in hearing this stuff. Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting the opportunity to share it.
Awesome. I love it. Dude, it's been a total pleasure.
Thank you.
I love hearing this
Likewise.
stuff. And hopefully Elton will hear it and be like thumbs up and just dude, it'd be cool if you get him
Oh,
to
yeah.
do one of them. That would be awesome.
That would be a dream
That'd be
come
like
true.
the pinnacle, man.
Oh yes. Yep.
It would be awesome as hell.
Yep.
I mean, just
That's a dream come true. Yep.
yeah. I mean, it's just because I mean, you've got me sitting here thinking, how could you rearrange Rocket Man?
Well, yeah, the songs that are like Elton songs, I don't really plan on reimagining any of those. Partly because I don't think I could like come up with a melody that's different than what he did.
Yeah.
The reason I could do this is because I had never heard him sing these songs before.
Right.
This was just bare lyrics that I could take in whatever direction I wanted. I don't think I could ever touch Rocket Man.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, you're good. Miss Kirby keeps dropping stuff. She's such a sweetheart. She got here early, so
It's all good.
it's nothing but fun.
Oh yeah.
So are you actually working with any artist right now? Just helping them?
Actually, a really good artist I'm working with by the name of Jason Crow. I went to school with him. He's a great songwriter. I was actually in a band with him in college, a heavy metal band,
Oh, cool.
which unfortunately we're not active anymore. But we do have some music on Spotify and Apple Music. It's called Oswego. But I work with him on his solo music, and he's extremely talented. Multiple genres. He's actually from Mexico, so he does a fair bit of Spanish music as well.
Oh, cool.
But I produce his rock music, his folk music. Check him out, Jason Crow.
There's a lot of actually there's quite a few country artists now that are actually incorporating Spanish into their lyrics on stage.
I believe it. Yeah. It
mean-
works really well with rock music too. Spanish lyrics works really well with.
Yeah,
rock
it's like sometimes you get to a certain point in the song and then you just throw that Spanish lyric in there,
Oh yeah.
and then
hits, yeah.
and it kind of works.
Yes.
It hits.
Yep.
I don't know Spanish, but
Me neither.
I don't.
It's a beautiful language though. Like it sounds very pleasing. I've produced several of his like little Spanish folk songs, and I can't understand the lyrics, but it just sounds so pleasing the way he pronounces the words. It's just nice to listen to.
Well, yeah, and that's like Rammstein.
Yeah, German band. Yeah.
Yeah, the German band. I can't tell you a damn thing about their
Right.
but I love their music.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just the drive in it and everything else. And what he does lyrically, it really, even though it's in German, how he does it lyrically, I mean, you can get a feel for it, you know?
You get the vibe. You get the intent.
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah.
know? And I told somebody else this, but I've been to a load of concerts in my day. I mean, back in the 80s you lived at the concert hall, and I've got a list. And when I went and seen Rammstein, they went to the number one.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Dude, their show.
Oh yeah. I've heard like fireworks and pyrotechnics spectacles.
It's pyrotechnics. It's the lights.
Oh, yeah.
And everything is on time.
Yeah.
Everything.
Tight. Yep.
Yeah, everything. The whole production of the show was tight.
Oh yeah.
And during this particular tour that they did in the United States, they had the stage set up. and then they had an island in front of the production booth.
Mm-hmm.
And this bridge lowered, and they walked across the top of the audience and went to this little stage. Now, you've got full production stage. You come across the bridge,
Little island stage.
you go to the island stage, and it takes you back to the days of playing the small clubs.
Yes, that's
you know?
so cool. Yeah.
And it was just phenomenal.
Oh.
The crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
Even talking about it, I got little goosebumps.
Oh
Look.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was just the most outrageous, phenomenal show I've ever seen in my life.
That's really cool.
And now I was just like, dude, y'all number one from now on. Man.
Hell yeah. They're great.
Sorry, Alice Cooper, they beat you. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. They're both great. Yep.
Oh, yeah, they are. So tell everybody where they can find you, please. Look in this camera right here.
All right.
You see this camera?
Yes,
This-
I see it. So my name's Billy Smart. I'm not like super active in promoting myself as an independent like star or anything, but I do have an Instagram page for my music production services. It's called Idlewild Studio South. IDLEWILD, Idlewild Studio South. So if you want to get in touch with me for anything music related, that would definitely be the place to reach out.
And you're going to put some of your stuff on there too, right?
Yes, absolutely. On these streaming services and all that, these songs will be released under my name, Billy Smart. So you can look for it there.
So now you're an artist.
Oh yeah, now at this point.
And now you're an artist. So you're on my show, so you're an artist.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, we're going to get out of here. And
It was a pleasure. Yeah, thank you for
Dude.
having me on.
it's been fun just hanging out with you after we get done with
I
the
agree.
craziness,
Yeah.
you know?
Likewise, yeah.
and the crazy bathroom run people
Yes,
and everything
party
else.
buses, yeah.
Dude. One went by a while ago with the bridesmaid thing, and I'm like, oh, God, here we go again.
Yep.
All right, brother, man.
Yep.
Well, I'll see you after a while.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Thank you again.
And we're out of here.